Welcome to Deep or Nothing with Miss Daisy O, a podcast where we explore the art of deep thinking. Join me as we dive into thought-provoking conversations that challenge the surface and uncover the profound truths that shape our lives. Let's go deep, or not at all.
Hey beautiful people, how you doing? Oh boy, it's been a while, right? And I've come to realize that these breaks I've been taking have become somewhat necessary, and I may not be dropping episodes as often as I thought. However, I sincerely and deeply request that you understand with me and just bear with me as I try to put myself together and find a great way to drop these episodes as frequent as I should. So yes, welcome to Deep or Nothing. And on the episode today, I'm sharing something very close to my heart. This episode is one that I've lived. In fact, I'm still living, and I call this episode Love in the Waiting Room, the 30s Dilemma. And today we're talking about finding love in your mid to late 30s. The ache, the caution, the hope, and the emotional gymnastics that come with it. This isn't for those who want a surface chat. This is for the ones who have waited, who have watched, who have prayed, and are still holding on. Let's talk about love when it feels like time isn't on your side. So, where are we? Let me be honest. Love in your 30s is not the same as love in your 20s. In your 20s, everything feels open. You have time to play, to experiment, to heal mid-mistake. But in your 30s, you're thinking legacy. You're thinking alignment, purpose, and so every conversation feels loaded. Every date feels like a test. You're not just wondering if they're fun. You're wondering if they're safe, if they can lead, if they even pray. And every time something feels off, your whole body screams, I don't have time to waste. And still, you want love. So, everyone becomes a suspect. You meet people, and they might be good, but now your discernment is on overdrive. You're looking for red flags, yellow flags, and flags that haven't even flown yet. You're watching how they speak, what they don't say, how their past adds up. You're now more guarded, you're more reserved, and more intentional than ever before. But here's the problem. You're also exhausted, emotionally tired of starting over. You're tired of explaining yourself, tired of fake chemistry, tired of trying to be modest and cool when all you really want to say is, I want real love, God love, don't play with me love. You're not clingy, you're just clear. Now, the complexity of expressing desire. Let's talk about the tension between being expressive and being too much. You want to share your heart. You want to say what you really want. A present partner, spiritual depth, mental stimulation, emotional maturity. But then society tells you not to be too forward. Society tells you not to want too much, not to talk about marriage too early. So you shrink or you speak halfway. Or worse, you give people a little piece of your longing, hoping they'll read between the lines. But deep down, you know you're someone who desires deeply, and being honest about that is not a weakness. I think it's a form of clarity. And now you also are scared of settling. You've seen too much to settle. You've seen your friends cry quietly in marriages that feel more like prison than partnership. You've had family members tell you, I wish I waited. You've watched people trade peace for pressure just so they wouldn't be alone. And you've told yourself, that won't be me. Even if it means being single a little longer, even if it means missing out on cute couple reels or matching PJs, even if it means sleeping alone on your birthday. You're not desperate. You're determined to wait for love that aligns with your values, your purpose, and your peace. But that doesn't mean you don't crave it. You do. You just refuse to fake it. When does love become scary? I will say this gently. The scariest time to fall in love is in your 30s, because now you know what's at stake. You've tasted freedom, you've built your rhythm, you know who you are, and what love can cost when it's not right. So, you walk into new relationships cautiously, one part open, two parts guarded. You crave emotional intimacy, but you flinch at vulnerability. You want someone to see you, but you fear being misread, mishandled, misunderstood. And then there's the deeper thought. Is there anyone truly capable of loving me the way I want or I need to be loved? And that's the ache. That's the quiet question behind the bravery. But here's what I want to say. God doesn't just write love stories for the early bloomers. He writes them for the wise, the healed, the late bloomers, the tried and tired ones too. You're not forgotten. You're not too much. You're not asking for too much. You are being preserved for what is worth your softness, your peace, and your fire. So, if you are in your 30s, still waiting, still hopeful, still wondering, you're not alone. And when it happens, you will know, because it won't drain you. It will fit. It will honor you. Until then, keep loving God, keep loving yourself, and know that deep love is still real, and guess what? It is still coming. You can write it down that I said so. And I will see you on the next episode of Deep or Nothing with Miss Daisy O.
Deep or Nothing with Miss Daisy O.